myself. I'm DJ Ray. I do these podcasts every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. They're called Music Goats. GOAT standing for, of course, greatest of all time. And every week I have a different theme to find out the greatest of all time, and the greatest drummer, the greatest guitar player, the greatest singer, the greatest R&B artist, whatever. Tonight it's about the greatest rock ballads of all time. So basically slow songs. A ballad and a slow song are basically the same, but the way I look at a ballad versus a slow song's slow. A ballad is slow, but it can change tempo a little bit once in a while, like American Pie by Don McLean, long time ago. It starts off and then it picks up really fast. So it's kind of a ballad-ish song. Maybe not a good example, but anyway, let me take a drink and let's get into it. All right. Here we go, guys. Hope you guys all got a cup of coffee or your favorite beverage, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm going solo tonight, no co-host. Oh, yes. Paul just reminded me there. If you guys can type in, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Send me a message. I'll follow you as well. Thank you. Okay, so and I do appreciate the follows. If you're not following me, that'd be great if you could. So yeah, the greatest rock ballads of all time. I think I said that already, didn't I? Okay, let's kick into it. Number 20. I'm going to say the artist and the song first and give you a little bit of info on them. Number 20. Hopefully you guys remember some of these. It's by Def Leppard, and it's called Love Bites. Released in 1988, this power ballad was the band's only song to reach the number one spot on Billboard's Hot 100 chart in the US. That's right. It's hard for rock songs to make it to number one on Billboard Hot 100. Keep in mind, the Billboard Hot 100, Billboard has a lot of charts, but the Hot 100 is the chart of charts. It's the one where they combine the rock, the R&B, the hip hop, the reggae, the house, the dance, blah, blah, blah. And if you're the best, you're the best if you make it on the Hot 100. So this song was number one on the Hot 100 in 1988. When the song was originally brought to the band's attention, believe it or not, it was a country ballad. They proceeded to add various rock elements and emotive vocals to deliver a truly powerful rock ballad. In 2019, Love Bites, partially due to the impact of this actual song, Def Leppard were officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So coming in at number 20 on my greatest rock ballads of all time goes to Def Leppard, Love Bites. Just checking in here. That's what I was going to say. I think Paul already typed in. So yeah, if you guys, we do something here on Tuesdays, it's just a fun little thing we do. We count down the top 20, but we always end up with the number one best. And I always try to engage you guys to see if you can guess what the number one song is. So today, if you can guess the greatest rock ballad, I'll even give you a hint. I don't think there's too many really new ones because, first of all, rock's been dying out. So we're relying a lot on the classic stuff, but it's just not the same, So that's my little hint. But if you guys want to type them in, and I don't know if we can all just kind of, whoever types in first, the artist. So say for somebody types in this song, Love Bites by Def Leppard. If a person types it in after, the person who typed it in first will win. So we're basically looking for you guys to vote on who you think or what song you think is the best rock ballad of all time. So feel free to start typing yours in. I think Paul typed in REO Speedwagon. REO Speedwagon has actually two songs, Paul, that would probably fit into this. One is called I Can't Fight This Feeling, and the other one's called Keep On Loving You. They have another one too, but it escapes me. It's probably not the one you're thinking of. So, but anyway, I think I'll just give it to you if it's a REO Speedwagon one. Hey, Chris, how are you? Stargate's here with us. Cool. Vito, how you doing, buddy? Okay, so song number 20 goes to Def Leppard and Love Bites. Counting down the greatest rock ballads of all time, at number 19, we have Heart with Alone. Originally recorded in 1983 by I-10, it was this 1987 version that topped the charts in both Canada and the US. It also peaked at number 3 in the UK. Cashbox magazine called it a potent, emotion-drenched rock ballad, adding that it comes with a riveting vocal performance. In 1998, it earned Hart a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Vocal Performance by a Group. The song is Alone by Hart, coming in at number 19. Once again, Nothing Else Matters, Metallica. Nice choice, Darren. See, there's a good example of a ballad. Well, I guess that's in between a slow song and a ballad. You guys are probably wondering what the... Yeah, taps are free, Uncle Mike. Thanks for mentioning that. Appreciate it. More taps, the better. Likes, all that kind of stuff. I don't say that enough. Dream On, the Aerosmith by Ange. She's a picker, and she really picks out. I'm dying to see what Anna Banana's rock ballad is. Okay, so far we have at number 20, Love Bites, Def Leppard, and number 19, Alone by Heart, which brings us to number 18. And it is by Guns N' Roses, and it's called November Rain. Written by lead singer Axl Rose, this next ballad was released in February 1992. The length of the track registered at 8 minutes and 57 seconds, making it, at that time, the longest recorded song to ever chart on the Billboard Top 10. The lyrics within portray a rock star who's struggling to come to terms with the loss of his girlfriend, who died by suicide. Actually, she basically killed herself due to her troubled relationship with this superstar, played by Axl in the music video, appropriately. I hear Axl's a bit of an but I've never met him in person, so I can't attest for sure. And speaking of the video, it features an amazing guitar solo, compliments of my favorite guitar player, Slash. To this very day, this video is one of the most expensive music videos ever made. And song number 18 goes to Guns N' Roses, November Rain. Once again, guys, reminder, I'm DJ Ray. I'm here every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock live. And my show is called Music Goats, GOATS standing for Greatest of All Time. And every Tuesday, I choose a different music topic to find out who's the greatest in that area. Tonight, it's about rock ballads. What is the greatest rock ballad ever recorded? I mean, it's got to be something huge. I mean, back in the Gen X days, rock was the genre. It's not like today. So, and I know I got a lot of Gen Xers or older millennials in here, I'm sure. So continue to bring in your, in the chat, type in what you think is the number one rock ballad in history. Okay, so we got Love Bites at 20, Def Leppard. Alone by Heart, 19. November Rain, Guns N' Roses at 18, which takes me to number 17. Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison, coming in at number 17. This rock ballad is an acoustic-driven track that was released in 1988. Considered their signature single, Every Rose Has Its Thorn is Poison's only number one hit in the US. In Canada, it peaked at number 2. The inspiration for this song came when lead singer Bret Michaels called his girlfriend on a payphone. This is a true story. And he heard a male voice in the background. He said he was devastated and immediately sat down to write the lyrics. That makes me think, the last song, November Rain by Guns N' Roses, the guy's girlfriend committed suicide. In this case, he got dumped. Now, there's nothing worse than suicide, but at least the one who committed suicide was pining over Axl, where this one was cheating on Bret. So I don't even really know which one's worse. Anyway, I'm going to assume being dumped or suicide's worse. So number 17 is Poison. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Eye of the Tiger, is that your choice, start, Chrissy? I don't know that it's a ballad. If you want to pick another one, I guess I tipping you off there. Just we go way back, so I want to make sure I treat you right. You might want to try another one. It's a little more up tempo. Eye of the Tiger, but it is a good rock song. Morning Thunderbird said probably something from the Rolling Stones. Okay. Oh, Stargate. Sorry to hear you were sick for a while. Okay, yeah, just keep typing in what you think is the number one. It's kind of a little badge of merit to come here every week and say, like, so far I know, I think my sister Ange, if you see in the chat room, Ange, I think has one title. I believe my mom, Nana Banana, it seems like a family affair, has a title. Ange won with the greatest hip hopper of all time. She picked Eminem. My mom won with the greatest country artist of all time, Johnny Cash. And I think we just started at 3 ago. I'm missing the other one at the moment, but yeah, rethink it a bit. And Chrissy, and come up with something a little slower. These are ballads, not just rock songs. I couldn't get through if it was rock songs. We'd be here all night. Okay, so yeah, so far just an update. Love Bites was number 20, Def Leppard. Alone by Heart, number 19. Number 18 was November Rain by Guns N' Roses. Number 17 is Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. And number 16 is U2, With or Without You. Released in 1987 off the Joshua Tree album, this ballad was U2's first number one single in both Canada and the US. Of course, it also topped the charts in U2's home country of Ireland. Rolling Stone magazine called this song an inventively arranged tune that builds from a soothing beginning to a resounding climax. In 2004, the magazine placed it on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. So yeah, number 16, you guys remember that song. It's a very unique, I like the way it starts. Like I was saying, it just kind of, Rolling Stone magazine was saying, it just kind of builds up, and and Bono is just great vocals in that song. Number 16 goes to U2, With or Without You. Nana Bananas picking Proud Mary, by Tina Turner. A lot of people don't think of, I should say the other way around. A lot of people consider Tina Turner a rocker. And it's kind of strange because when I look at the history of Tina Turner, I would define her as starting off in the Ike and Tina days as kind of like more soul. But there's definitely rock elements, and that's where she got the moniker of Queen of Rock, I believe it was at one point. But if you notice how she evolved, the soul came out a lot more over the decades. So, but yeah, technically she's rock. It's just like when they call Bob Marley rock. I don't quite wrap my head around it, but hey, who am I to say? So number 16 goes to U2, With or Without You. Number 15, this one goes way back and kind of one you don't hear as often. Love Hurts by Nazareth. Okay, Love Hurts. You remember that one? The original recording of this ballad was released in 1960 by the Everly Brothers. You believe that? However, the Nazareth version was the most popular and the only rendition to become a hit single in the US. Love Hurts topped the charts in multiple countries worldwide, including the Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, South Africa, and Canada. I just got a weird message there from TikTok saying some of my content might be offensive. Okay. Strange. I think they sometimes just put out random things, just some things don't make sense, but I'll try to keep it PG. Love Hurts was so successful. Actually, it topped the charts in multiple countries. I think I mentioned that, and Norway being one of them. The song was so successful in Norway that it remained at the number one position for an incredible 14 weeks, making it the top single of all time in that country. You believe that? Love Hurts by Nazareth, the biggest song the Norwegians have ever heard. But it is a great song, so I can understand that. Number 15, Love Hurts by Nazareth. Taking us to number 14, More Than Words by Extreme. You may not remember it so much by the name, but it was released in 1991, and it was an acoustic rock ballad, which was stripped down to just two members of the band Extreme, singer Gary Sharon and guitarist Nuno Betancourt. And yeah, if you watch the video, it's really just the two of them, one guitar, and Gary singing, Nuno playing guitar, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful rock ballad. More Than Words, Extreme, was a #1 hit in the US, as well as in the Netherlands, Belgium, New Zealand, and Canada. Kira Billick from the Associated Press described this song as a sweet, pure acoustic ballad whose message is that the words "I love you" are becoming meaningless. Song number 14 on DJ Ray's Greatest Ballads of all say that again. Greatest rock ballads of all time. Number 14 goes to Extreme, More Than Words. And just before I continue on with song number 13, just a reminder, I'm DJ Ray. I'm here every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on TikTok Live, and I present my show Music Goats. Goats standing for the greatest of all time. And I feature a different theme every week and figure out who the greatest of that music theme is. Tonight, it's all about rock ballads. And coming in at number 13 is Creed with Arms Wide Open. This song, one of the newer ones, 25 years ago, but I guess it's newer compared to some of these. It was released in the year 2000. It's a power ballad that peaked at #1 on the US charts, becoming Creed's first and only song to top the Billboard Hot 100. Written by lead singer Scott Stapp, the lyrics within express his feelings of great surprise and excitement after finding out that he's about to become a father. Sweet, eh? It's funny, I'm a big lyrics guy because sometimes, I'll listen to a new song, and I'll just be kind of like that. And then the second time I listen more to the lyrics, and that really makes or breaks it for me. I love good lyrics. In 2001, with Arms Wide Open by Creed, won the Grammy Award for Best Rock Song. Another great song. Coming in at number 13, my favorite number, I always say that, with Arms Wide Open by Creed. Counting down the top 20 greatest rock ballads of all time. I keep saying that. In pursuit of finding out which one is the greatest. See what's going on really quick before I continue. It's so good to have, so many of you regular visitors. It's like, makes a guy feel special, It's nice. I appreciate all of you, and thanks for tapping on the likes, and everything you do. Loveland Ricky, what's wow? I see you say, oh wow. I don't know if it's... Anyway, how are you, Ricky? Okay, she's in Loveland. Okay, here we go. Counting down the top 20 greatest rock ballads of all time. Number 12, speaking of amazing songwriters, Bon Jovi with Always. Released in 1994 from the album Crossroad, this next rock ballad topped the charts in multiple countries, including Ireland, Italy, Belgium, and Canada. One of the most prolific songwriters ever, Jon Bon Jovi delivers heartfelt meaning to the lyrics, as he usually does in all his compositions. In 2024, this song's original music video reached 1 billion views on YouTube in 2024. Yeah, so Jon Bon Jovi's still rocking it. It was a heartthrob back in the days, and, we all have to get older, but, for that song to reach 1 billion views just last year is pretty incredible. Song number 12, Always by Bon Jovi. Bringing us to song number 11 and taking us back in time to a band called Styx, Styx. How many of you guys remember Styx? Mary, how are you? Ah, yeah, you're into the ballad rock stuff, eh? Okay, I was wondering what did you? Oh, you. That's so funny. So you're picking Babe. Paul's picking Babe. Mary's picking Babe. Oh, that's so funny because song number 11 is Babe by Styx. So, sorry, just trying to keep up with the chatting here, and you remember them. Darren remembers them. Darren, are you a Gen Xer? Oh, Mary, your choice is I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Great choice. Mary, you know your music pretty good, eh? You might give Ange a challenge here. Okay, so let's get into it. Number 11, Babe by Styx. Released in 1979 from the album Cornerstone, this love song was written by singer Dennis DeYoung for his wife Suzanne. Topping the charts in both Canada and the US, this ballad won the People's Choice Award as the best song of the entire year 1980. It's interesting to point out that Dennis DeYoung left the band in 1999 due to health problems, and he was replaced by Canadian singer Lawrence Gowan. You remember Gowan, guys? He's the lead singer of Styx. I wonder how Dennis feels about him singing heartfelt lyrics to his wife. Maybe that had something to do with health issues, right? Anyway, song number 11, Styx and Babe, which takes me to the top 10. Mini drum roll. You know you're a pretty good song if you're in the top 10. And I do my research, guys. Sometimes I wonder if some of these charts, like, Rolling Stone and Billboard, I do question sometimes how they formulate their choices. But I take this stuff serious. This next song I'm sending out to my sister Ange. Any idea? Song number 10 is? Anybody type it in? It's for my sister Ange. Nana Banana got it. Okay, song number 10, Angie by Rolling Stones. And you said you didn't know your rock. Released in 1973 from the album Goat Head Soup. This next ballad was written by Keith Richards and Mick Jagger. It topped the charts in multiple countries around the world, including Norway, Belgium, Switzerland, the Netherlands, France, Italy, Australia, Canada, and the US. That's a lot of countries. Record World magazine called Angie a tender ballad in which Mick Jagger's vocals are moving and sensuous. So that one's for you, Ange. And I always think of you when it comes on, probably because you're one of 3 Angies I've known in my life, and definitely my favorite. So number 10, Angie by the Rolling Stones. Okay, number 9 goes to a band known as Aerosmith. There's a couple, there's a few. Aerosmith is kind of like Bon Jovi in the sense of coming out with some amazing slow songs. But this one is one of their later ones. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith comes out at number 9. Released in 1998 off the Armageddon soundtrack. The music video for this classic features lead singer Steven Tyler's daughter, Liv, who also plays a role in the film. It debuted at number 1. Didn't work its way up. It debuted at number 1. Is Maz here, Ange? Or he's on with you? Okay. Get him to log in sometime. Okay, so it debuted at number 1 on Billboard's Hot 100 chart in the US, while also topping the charts in Ireland, Norway, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Italy, Greece, and Australia. In 1999, singer Mark Chestnut released a country version of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing that went on to top Billboard's country music charts in the US. When I first, well, I didn't listen to it. When I first was about to listen to the Mark Chestnut version of this song, I'm thinking, come on, like some things just shouldn't be done. Some things should be left holy. But it's a really good version. Not as good as Aerosmith's version, but if you have never heard it, Mark Chestnut, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Coming in at number 9, Aerosmith takes it with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Okay, before I get to song number 8, I just want to remind you, I'm DJ Ray. I do these TikTok lives every Tuesday at 8 p.m. My show is called Music Goats, standing for the greatest of all time. And every week I have a different theme in pursuit of finding out who the greatest of all time is. The theme for tonight is the greatest rock ballads ever. So, Paul, you're not an Aerosmith fan, eh? Maybe it's Steven Tyler's little screechy voice. I think it's endearing myself, but so yeah, Darren, you're born in 77. That does make you a Gen Xer, yeah. Right in the middle or right near the tail end. I'm an old Gen Xer. I'm literally on the cusp of baby boom. Did I say that out loud? Anyways, that's I've never seen Steven Tyler close up, but I could imagine Thunderbird. I could just imagine how electric it is. Ricky, you're Gen Xer too? I think we got mostly Gen Xers in here. Okay, so we'll continue on here. Right? You've seen Styx live, and yeah, did you see them recently, Vito, with Gowan, or back in the day with Dennis DeYoung? Ricky, you saw him 10 feet from the stage. That must have been pretty electric. Yeah, Paul's 1969. Look at you, almost as old as me. Okay, cool. Long time ago. Okay, Vito. Yeah, you're smart. You don't offer updates like I do. That's the problem of lives. You can't take it back, right? How's it going, Davy Jones? Cool. Okay. Debbie, how are you? Okay, so let's continue with song number 8, Greatest Rock Ballads of All Time. Somebody said this one for their number 1 choice. Stairway to Heaven for Nana Banana. That's a great choice. And somebody said this one. Sorry if we're going to have to use the honor system. Good to hear, Debbie. We'll have to use the honor system in picking, but this one's eliminated. Whoever said, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner is coming in at number 8. Released in 1984 from the album Agent Provocateur, this romantic ballad is Foreigner's biggest hit, topping the music charts in Canada, the UK, and America. It was also a number 1 hit in Ireland, Norway, Sweden, New Zealand, and Australia. In 2010, Rolling Stone magazine included it on their list of the greatest songs of all time. Coming in at number 8, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Which takes us to number 7. Where's my cousin Ginny when you need her? She's a big Rod Stewart fan. Coming in at number 7, Rod Stewart with Maggie May. Okay. Released in July 1971. This song was a number 1 hit in Australia, Canada, the UK, and the US. The lyrics within express the emotions of a boy who's involved in a relationship with an older woman. Apparently, it was written from Rod Stewart's own experience. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine placed Maggie May on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. And in 2017, the single was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Coming in at number 7, Maggie May by Rod Stewart. Who have you never listened to, Chrissy? I think Thunderbird. I'd love to hear you sing it, Thunderbird. That would be great. I'm assuming you have a good voice. Oh, Rod, you never, what? Did you say you've never listened to Rod Stewart, Chrissy? Did I hear that right? Maybe I heard it wrong, but wow. You're missing out on a treat. Maybe we'll talk later and I'll give you a few songs to check out. He's got some good music. And he comes in at number 7 with Maggie May, one of his first releases, Rod Stewart. Yeah, his raspy voice. Number 6 goes to The Police, and it's called Every Breath You Take. Taken from the album Synchronicity, this next ballad was the number 1 song for the entire year of 1983, both in Canada and the US. In 1997, it was used as a sample in Puff Daddy's hit single, I'll Be Missing You, which topped Billboard's Hot 100 chart for 11 weeks. Remember Puff Daddy? One of Diddy's many aliases. Yeah, that's a different story. Listed as one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll, in 1984, Every Breath You Take won 2 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year. And in 2022, it surpassed 1 billion views on YouTube. Song number 6, going to The Police, it's called Every Breath You Take. Take a little quick sip here. And now we go to a medium drum roll as we enter the top 5. But just before I do that, just a reminder, every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, religiously. I was here on Christmas Eve at 8 o'clock. I was here on New Year's Eve at 8 o'clock. It doesn't matter what the holiday is. I will be here, God willing, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock live. Thanks for the drum roll. This is a medium drum roll. We do the small one at 10, medium at 5, and then the big one at 3. So let's continue. Song number 5 goes to the late John Lennon, and it's called Imagine. A song that we could take to heart these days with everything going on in the world. Released in 1971, this thought-provoking ballad was the best-selling single of John Lennon's solo career. The lyrics within encourage us to imagine a world of peace without materialism, religion, or war. During the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, Lennon's son Julian covered his father's song for the first time, calling on world leaders to consider its message of hope. Rolling Stone magazine ranked it at number 3 on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. Number 3, all time. And in 1999, it earned a Grammy Hall of Fame award. Song number 5 goes to John Lennon and Imagine. Such a pretty ballad. Okay, somebody said this as their number 1. I think it was Nana Banana, pretty sure. But it comes in at number 4, and a great guess to get that close to number 1. It's Led Zeppelin and Stairway to Heaven comes in at number 4. Released in 1971 off their 4th studio album, this iconic rock ballad was composed by the band's lead guitarist, Jimmy Page. It's comprised of 3 sections, with each one progressively increasing in tempo. In the year 2000, VH1 magazine included it on their list of the 100 greatest rock songs. And in 2004, Rolling Stone magazine placed Stairway to Heaven on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. On January 29th, 2009, Guitar World magazine rated Jimmy Page's guitar solo at number 1 on their list of the 100 greatest guitar solos in rock history. That's a hard one to argue with. It's that song's so old, and the best part of the song is still Jimmy Page's guitar solo. But I do like the guitar solo on Freebird by Lynyrd Skynyrd too. So those would be my 2 favorites, I think. Also, yeah, those would be my 2. So coming in at number 4, Nana Banana, if you picked that one, congrats. That was pretty good, but not quite the winner. It was a great solo, Paul. Yeah, you remember that, Mary? That's funny. The last song, you got Gen Xers will remember this. when we had our school dances or any kind of a dance. Remember the CFCF camp dances and stuff? They always played Stairway to Heaven as the last song, and now you hardly ever hear it. We must be getting old. You can't play it in guitar shops, that's true. Something about the song. Yes, Chrissy, Rod Stewart did sing Have I Told You Lately, but he's not the original singer. He did an album, I believe, with a lot of covers when he was starting to get older and stuff. But so I wouldn't recommend that as one of his better songs, because it was originally done by Van Morrison, I believe. Have I Told You Lately? But yeah, even that song's good. He's got a raspy voice if you like that kind of thing. So yeah, you remember him now. Okay, good. Atta girl. Vito, I'm not sure which comment. Let's say it again really quick and I'll try to watch for it. It's just hard because, Angie, when you say Maggie, was that you picked Maggie May as number one? Because I had already said that one. Anyway, while we're kind of looking through here. I kind of got spoiled last week with having somebody co-host and help moderate the chat room with me, but hopefully I'm keeping up pretty good. 2009, Vito. Angie picked Dream On by Aerosmith. Okay. Let's continue. Chrissy, can we have that large drum roll now? In unison, let's do it. Song number 3. One of the best voices probably ever goes to Queen and Bohemian Rhapsody. This is one of those ballad types that, so was Stairway to Heaven, where it doesn't stay slow the whole song. It kind of builds up. And this one's really operatic. It's very different from anything on this list. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen comes in at number 3. Released in 1975 from the album A Night at the Opera, this unique ballad really sets this track apart from all the rest on this list. It consists of several sections, including an intro, a ballad segment, an operatic passage, a hard rock portion, and a reflective coda. Written by Freddie Mercury, he refused to explain the meaning behind his composition, other than to say it was about relationships. You're not a fan of Queen, Paul? You must be the only one in this room, I think. And yeah, you listen to that song and it's like, what is he talking about? It seems so deep yet so out there. And he doesn't even tell us, and now he's gone, and we'll never know for sure what he was trying to convey in his writing, other than it has something to do with relationships. In 1992, Bohemian Rhapsody experienced a resurgence after appearing in the comedy film Wayne's World. And in 2004, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Song number 3 goes to Freddie Mercury and Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. That's okay, Paul. You don't have to apologize. I have a lot of bands that I like better than Queen myself, but I've never turn off the radio in the car if Queen was playing, though. Most of the songs I like. I'm not a big fan of like Radio Gaga and those kind of, that one album there, but other than that, 70s Queen is vintage. Song number 2 goes to the Beatles, and it's called Hey Jude. Written and sung by Paul McCartney, the lyrics within were meant to comfort John Lennon's son Julian after he had left his wife Cynthia for Yoko Ono. Apparently Julian was pretty distraught, and that made John Lennon a little bit distraught, and Paul, being the guy that he is, wrote up a song and kind of dedicated it to his son Julian. It was a number 1 hit in many countries around the world and became the year's top-selling single in Australia, Canada, the UK, and America. Top selling. In 2001, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. And in 2004, Rolling Stone magazine ranked it at number 8 on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, making it the highest ranked Beatles song on their list. Song number 2, Hey Jude, the Beatles. Okay, I don't know that before I announce number 1, that is a great tune. You like the Beatles, eh, Paul? So you got pretty good taste. Yeah, the Beatles are one of my favorites of all time. You like I Want to Break Free, Chrissy? Yeah. Queen, they had a lot of hits in the 80s too. That's an 80s song that were pretty cool. Ange loves Queen, eh? Okay, so this is 2 weeks in a row, guys. We have to have a little chat where nobody picked the winner. And I'm very surprised at this one, I think. There was some great picks, but nobody picked the number one song, Hotel California by the Eagles. Released in 1977, this legendary ballad topped the charts in Canada and the US. And in 1978, it won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. The meaning behind the song's intriguing lyrics have been discussed by fans and critics alike ever since its release. Some describe it as being about America's decadence and arrogance. Singer Don Henley said that the lyrics are about the dark underbelly of the American dream. He continued by saying, it's about excess, it's about narcissism, it's about the music business. He's always been a kind of a negative guy. I mean, you don't see. There's where listening to the lyrics doesn't really help you because they're too deep that only the songwriter really gets it. He should have probably just died with his too, even though he's still alive, just like Freddie did. Not telling you what it meant. That's it. Hotel California in 1998, the song's 2-minute plus guitar solo, the one I was talking about, was voted the best solo of all time by readers of Guitarist magazine. And in 2003, Hotel California was officially inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. So there you have it, guys. My top 20 and my number one song, number one rock ballad of all time, at least in DJ Ray's opinion, has to go to the Eagles and Hotel California. It has everything. The thing I love about this song is that they give you a nice long song. I think it's like 6.5 minutes or something. It's a nice long song, but it's one of those songs, it doesn't drag out. It just, the guitar solo alone, like I said, was a couple minutes, and it just kind of pulls you in and just mesmerizes you. Great lyrics, even though I don't understand completely what Don Henley's saying. But yeah. Hotel California by the Eagles takes it this week. The greatest rock ballad of all time. So just before I start wrapping things up here, I just want to find out if anybody did say Hotel California, which I don't. No, I don't, Chrissy. I don't play guitar. I always wanted to. Oh, thanks, Mary. Your favorite live so far, eh? Thank you. And thanks for coming, Mary. I appreciate it. I really like, well, Mary and I go back too, right? We're friends for a long time. But I really like when people come in that I've known for years, even though I feel like I know a lot of you for years, like Uncle Mike and Darren and Vito and everybody, right? But and especially I like when you get involved on the chat. It's so cool. You knew me first? How could that be? I would have to know you to know me. Oh, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that. But knowledge about music really warms my heart. So, Mary, you're a great addition. Uncle Mike he picked Hotel California? There you go, Mike. You got a championship. So, to my knowledge now, there's 3 championships. Oh, you knew me before. Oh, that's right. Because didn't we go to school together, Mary? Thanks, Chrissy. It's great having you always. So we got 3 champions so far. My sister Ange is the champion of hip hop. Would never have guessed that. Nana Banana, my mom, is the champion of country with Johnny Cash. My sister picked Eminem for hip hop. And Uncle Mike, welcome to the champions circle. You are the champion of rock ballads. Guys, I hope you had a good time today. I had a great time. Mary, you're taking me way back. Playing ball hockey on Hunter Street. That goes way back. I forgot. Before I let you go, I just want to remind you once again that next month, February, is Black History Month. So every one of my lives, I think there's 4 of them, if I'm not mistaken, are going to be about different types of black music. Starting with next week, February 4th, it's going to be the greatest Motown and soul artists. Who's the greatest Motown artist of all time? Well, you've really got an area to look at. You're looking at really like kind of the mid 60s, early mid 60s, right up till like 75, somewhere in there, a 10-year period. So not only will I have the greatest Motown and soul next week, but I also, on my regular daily posts that I do that aren't live, I have a post called Chart Toppers, and every day I post a Billboard #1 from sometime in history. So all my chart toppers daily that you can find on all social media platforms, just type in DJ Ray's music. All my chart toppers will be dedicated to black artists that had a #1 song at some point in the US in history. So that's going to be pretty cool. So next Tuesday, February 4th, the greatest Motown and soul artists. So just to leave you with, be sure and check me out on social media. You can easily find me going to your favorite platform and just type in DJ Ray's music. And you can see my daily posts. There's a lot of them. There's some picture posts, there's some video posts, but you can see all kinds of different music things. And if not, you can also check out my website at djraysmusic.com. So yeah, congratulations, Uncle Mike, on our champion for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight. Thanks for the likes, gifts, everything. I appreciate you all. And I hope to see you beginning Black History Month next Tuesday, February 4th. Have a great night, guys.